Hey guys, and welcome back to the third episode of the Time Lock. Last episode, we started our hour-long adventure to end up getting to Brock. This episode, we have to either get to Brock or I have to release my remaining Pokemon. One of my remaining Pokemon. And if you watched last episode, I only have the one anyway. Now, I am recording this episode and the previous episode together, so I wouldn't have gotten a chance to see any of your comments yet, if there are any. Alright. But last episode I just talked about a bunch of random stuff. Basically more just my opinions on certain things. I don't really know what to talk about this time. Do any of you guys like that card game Vanguard? Card Fight Vanguard? Me and a buddy of mine, my best friend, you'll probably see on this channel. We've been getting into it more now in this latest iteration. I've been trying to get him to play the game for years. But it's just almost impossible to actually find the cards in our area. I did hear that one of the issues, at least with the games that they had on the 3DS, which for those of you who don't know, yes, there were games on it for the 3DS. But only released in Japan. But the reason for that was because apparently they were worried that they wouldn't be able to... Oh, that's not bad. They weren't going to be able to actually get as big of an actual group for it. Like, they weren't thinking it was going to sell too well in the States. Or outside of Japan in general. Which made them all think, like, they might as well not release it outside. The video games, I mean. The card game I remember first seeing here when I was in 9th grade or so. Which I was about 14 or 15 for those of you who don't know what that means. I might have actually been 13. I might be wrong. I don't know. I don't remember how old I was. But that's not the point here. I need to run from this. Actually, I probably... Yep. But that's when I first saw the game. I didn't really get too interested into it until I eventually looked it up on YouTube. I saw that it had an anime and an entire YouTube channel. I watched it, got some cards from it, some decks of it. I kept trying to get other people into it. I ended up getting my best friend into it for a little bit in the first iteration. But then he kind of dropped off of it because obviously we weren't able to buy any cards for it in our area, so it really wasn't too interesting. And then the second iteration of it, Card Fight Vanguard V, I guess is what it's called. The V series, where it has the imaginary gifts. I tried re-teaching him that a couple of years ago. And we both eventually just dropped off of that too. And then when it came to the latest series, Overdress, we both seem to be enjoying it way more than we used to. Now, for those of you who don't know, in the latest iteration, they did kind of simplify things. Instead of having, like, I think it was 18 different clans that you could pick from, they only have, I think, 6. I could be wrong, it might just be 5. Basically, they limited it down to basically the same things as like Magic the Gathering has. 6 different colors or however many. I don't really know because I don't play that game much. In fact, I haven't played it in a long time. Which makes it easier to pick out decks and mesh different styles together. It's actually a lot more fun than it used to be, for me at least. And I heard the reason why they did all of this was because they wanted it to be more... Well, they wanted it to be easier for people to get into. While also still being able to keep the older fans of the game intrigued by it. Which I personally believe they did a really good job of that. And it's made the game a lot of fun, in my opinion. Now, here's where we're gonna try to fight Brock. I know I'm technically 1 level below, I think. His ace is a 15, I think. Bug Catcher Pansy. Oh. That's not good. But like, if you've seen the game and you've been interested in it but just didn't want to get into it for whatever reason, now would be the perfect time to pick it up. Either play the physical overdress game, or go to Vanguard Zero and play their version of the game. And I just beat Brock. Or not. You know what? I'm gonna post this anyway. I do not care because I could not have predicted that. Also, apparently his ace was a level 14, so I was right on level. That's the problem with randomizers, people. But, go ahead and check out Cardfight Vanguard. It's a lot of fun, in my opinion. If you're interested in card games, I mean. Anyway, I'm probably going to be starting a new round of the time lock next, since this failed. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, because next episode will be the start of something new.